Life, Pastor Kyle. Hello, Canvas Book of Sap. And I am excited this morning uh, about walking you through your weekend. Hello, Shawanda Parker. Good morning. God bless you. Come on in. Like, share, tag a friend. Singing Solomon, how you doing, man? Brittany Long, be careful on your travels. Wishing you well. Maria Alexandra, God bless you this Friday. Minister Ricks, God bless you on your Super Friday. Chris Blake, God bless you, man. How you doing this morning? CP Mouton, what's going on, man? Hope all is well. Look, I want you to do me a favor. I want you to like, share, tag somebody. Push that thing. Go. Let's like, share, and tag someone to figure out who can get help this morning. Danny Hen, good to see you. Manny Saeed, good morning. Good morning. I want you to prepare yourselves for what is going to be a fantabulous morning, simply because we've gathered together to be better. You got it? So I want you to do me a favor. I want you to like, love, share, tag, and I want you to comment in the post. That way I can come back and know that you're here. When I go back through it, I can see that you're here, and it can be an opportunity for us to gather together. Got it? Hello, Manny Saeed. Manny, doing good work. God bless you. I am overjoyed about this new beginning, and right after the sabbatical, Arthur Dexter Powell Jr., you and Mrs. Powell, God bless you. Good to see you, man of God. Blessed that you came through COVID, you and your wife, and that's a blessing. Nakia Crawford, how you doing? Good to see you. We got to see you facing the place. You know, I'm looking forward to seeing people in the building. This Sunday, First is preaching. I know this is not the church post, but, you know, I am the pastor, and so I get the opportunity to do it and be able to invite people. I'm excited about everything God is doing in such a supernatural way. So I want you to, again, like, share, find a friend, find a cousin, tag somebody. Let somebody know that we're on, and we're dealing with a good subject this morning. A lot of people are talking about it, and I want to deal with it this morning in such a specific way that allows you an opportunity to better yourself, I'm ahead of time, but I'm really ready to start, y'all, because whenever I talk about handling something, okay, let me talk. I'm a coach and / a prophet. As I am a coach, prophet, and pastor, I'm not one who deals with things that are always exciting, but I will always deal with things that will excite you if you finish it. You got it? Hello, Tisa Collier over on YouTube. I will always deal with things. Hello, First Lady. I'll deal with things that will get you results. And so my goal is not always to excite you, to say something you've heard on Facebook, Instagram, or TV, or preacher. My goal is to say something that you've never heard. Come on, Danny Hen. My goal is to say something that you've never heard and to get you to a place where you experience something that you've never experienced. And so I think I want to start now because I'm getting excited. Hello to Wanda Carr Jefferson. We're talking this morning about how to handle a new beginning. And this was prompted from the last subject we talked about, even at church, about starting over, to go over, but also by conversations that was a super blessing for me, just to be a blessing with some people. And so I want to hello, Michelle Jones, good to see you. And so listen, again, I won't be preaching today. I'm helping. This is my coaching class that I do for free. Last week was a blessing. Had major meetings, even yesterday. Talk with great people yesterday. I won't go into that. And so I want to talk about how to handle new beginnings, how to handle, a new beginning in your life. The first thing you really have to do, Manny Saeed, is you have to realize that there's a new beginning needed. Hello, Emma Shelvin, God bless you. You have to realize that there is a new beginning needed. A lot of people, hello, Nita Holloway, I guess I need to stop. I started early. Well, I'm on time now. Nita Holloway come in. She said, good morning, life coach. Okay, they got it. Ooh, Mulberry tea. Hello, Crystal Burton. So the way you handle a new beginning is you have to realize that a new beginning is needed. Even a snake with all its sneaky ways understands the nature of it, it has, hey Kevin Matthews, it has to rid itself of its old shell in order for the body of the snake to grow. Okay. Caterpillar has to rid itself of its old body to take on its new metamorphosis of a body. Go through metamorphosis to take on its new butterfly's wings. Hello, Sheila Thompson. God bless you. Y'all doing well. Y'all like and share the post. I see 25 of you here, 16 like and love. I'm sure I'm going to say something you're going to love today. So go ahead and like or love it. Let me know that you were here. And good morning, Trish Wells. And so to have a new beginning, you must realize that it's needed. You must realize that a new beginning is needed. You must not act as if everything is perfect. Because whenever you act as if everything is perfect, hello, Gerald and Wiley Shelvin, you will end up missing a blessing. Laura Horace, how you doing, my friend? She's always been around when I was in the choir. This was a lady who was telling me what to do and how to do, me and Eric Thompson, and she was always been there. And she's been a supernatural help to our church in a foundational way. We can say we are a real church now, partly because of some things that she assisted with. Y'all don't even know. I ain't going to jail. Praise God. Cause Divine, good to see you. And so listen, you need to realize that we are. I don't want to be long, y'all. So don't punch me. A new beginning is needed. If you don't do that, you will consistently stay in the part. Hey, Tiffany Hart, my classmate. You're doing great things everywhere. You and your family. Pleasure to see you this morning. If you don't understand a new beginning is needed, then you'll operate out of what is irrelevant. And so you have to realize a new beginning is needed. Can you do me a favor? If you have your phone in your hand and you're not brushing your hair, brushing your teeth, putting your eyeliner on, your makeup, your girdle, your Spanx, all that kind of stuff, can you just type on here, needed, needed. I want you to get that word in your spirit, needed. And you'll understand why I'm having you to type it and why I ask you to type things. It's the other reason why it's not good to come on, say good morning, throw your phone down and not be available to really go over things over and over again in your head, because it really doesn't work all the time. And I'll tell you why in just a minute. I see you, Shawanda Parker. I see you, Manny Saeed. I see y'all. I see you. You'll know why I said it in just a minute. Watch this. Because once you realize a new beginning is needed, then you have to make the choice to manage your emotions. Because sometimes your emotions will block your new beginning. I'm coming across the board. And we have situations in our life that our emotions will block if we don't pay attention to it, because our emotions does not understand faith or future. Our emotions always understands where we are at the present moment. Y'all got it? So listen, let me help you. Watch this, Brittany. Suffering in our life. The reason why we have to deal with our emotions and have new beginnings, because sometimes a new beginning is better than the old ending. The reason why, even the Bible says better is the end of a thing, which means it's better to go to a new beginning and rid yourself of an old ending. The reason why it's better is because of this reason, one of the reasons. Suffering is always in the perception and not in the facts. Wherever in your life you're suffering, it's always in your perception and not in the facts. Can I prove it? You can be suffering. Come on, Danny Hinn. You can be suffering and get around people who are doing worse than you and realize that you're even blessed in your suffering. It's supposed to be coaching, not preaching. In your business, you can realize that some of the businesses are filing bankruptcy and you're doing better. Hey, Coach Deneen, you're doing better in your suffering than some others are doing in their full business. So suffering is basically always in the perception and not in the facts. You ever met somebody who talks about how wrong they were done and how bad they were done and all that was going on and how much they're going through, and then all of a sudden they get around good people and what they said becomes a testimony and not they become a victor, not a victim. because it's in the perception. That's why I'm the winning anyway life coach. You give me an issue, Trish Wells. You give me an issue you're dealing with, and I'll take your reason for an excuse and give you another perception, let you know that your suffering is not a fact. Your suffering is strictly you're going through something to develop you, and if you use it, it will be a blessing for you later. Suffering is always in the perception and not in the facts. Okay, I'll give you a better one. You see it? Come on, Maria. Maria said how you see it. And how you see it is determined by you. Watch this, Maria. My father was in so much pain. My father had cancer. My father was in so much pain, and the pain was so severe because my father was a stout, good frame structure man. So once he lost all his weight and became kind of weak and kind of feeble, he became painful. Well, some of y'all don't know, was a CNA when I came to live with my father. He said, if you don't go to school and do something, you can't just stay here and not do anything. So I had multiple jobs before Allstate, before Dow Chemical Construction, before all these secular jobs. I was also a CNA. Went to school, passed my test, worked in 2 nursing homes and a hospital. I was a licensed CNA. And so when I came to the blessing of prophetically living a prophetic life was so amazing, is that I came to the hospitals where my father was, and the lady that was in charge of the floor was actually my teacher that led me through my structure and my classes when I was in CNA school. The blessing was she allowed me to help take care of my father so I could deal with his pain more than allowing somebody who did not know him. At the very end of his days, I began to turn him, and he was in so much pain, he would say, and I didn't want my father to feel like I was causing him pain. Anybody here with me? And so my maturity did no longer want him to stay here as his body was deteriorating in my hand. I had experienced it before in that manner. I would smell my hand and smell feces. And I said, what's on my hand? Where did it come? She said, well, his body is deteriorating, so the feces is coming through every pore of his body. At that time, I began to mature and change my perception. The facts is I love my daddy. I don't care how much my mother and other folk talked about him. I love my daddy. I didn't want a church to lose my daddy. My dad was my best man in my wedding. So at no point in time was I willing to sacrifice anything or anybody for my daddy. And so the last days, even though I love my father, that's the facts. My perception changed. I no longer wanted him to be here because of my immature emotions. I wanted him to take his rest from his labor and no longer be in pain. So because I wanted him to rest, in no way did it mean I did not love my father. It simply means my perception changed and my emotions matured. I had to have a new start on life after I realized I no longer had my father to lean on. So a new beginning is an opportunity for you to understand that your emotions must mature. Got it? Your perception must change. Talking to all the people who lost a father, mother, auntie. Your perception must change, because if it does not change, you will stay grieving too long, and then you will end up grieving somebody who God has taken to him. Eventually, you will come into a place where you realize that you're no longer agreeing with the will of God. And if you are not agreeing with the will of God, then your grieving is no good any longer. So a new beginning, let's get to that real quickly. A new beginning is an opportunity to jumpstart your newly recognized potential. You know how when you were busy, you said, if I had time for this and time for that and time for this, I could start this business, I could start this, I could help people with this, I could do this, I could do that. You had all this potential that you realized it was there. A new beginning is an opportunity to jumpstart your recognized potential. But if you don't manage your emotions, you will end up repeating the same cycle. I told you a story about us having a house, and my wife was mad because the woman didn't handle something. Got really emotional. We never got that house because we got in our emotions. You don't want to miss big blessings because you've not learned to manage your emotions better. I got to go. I got to help y'all. I got to go. You don't want to repeat a cycle because you've not managed your emotions. Let me go further. God can keep bringing you new opportunities and new beginnings and new structures and new people and different opportunities and better situations. But if your emotions are the same, if you respond the same at every situation, you're going to end up with the same result. So when you've lived in a life and been getting the same result too long, it is not because life has not given you a chance. The pandemic has given you a chance over and over and over. The freeze gave you a chance over and over and over. The economy gave you a chance over and over and over. Different friends gave you a chance over and over and over. But because your emotions are the same, you eventually get worse. Because you pass every situation with the same emotion. The reason why I have you to write things over and over and type things over and over is because repetition conditions you to learn to win. I'll say it again. Repetition conditions you to learn to win. Because most information is barely retained. It's hard to retain everything a prophet says because I talk so much and I enjoy talking because I enjoy seeding. I think you enjoy hearing yourself talk. If you were getting raised in the money that I'm giving to other people, you would enjoy me talking to you too. It's because you haven't learned to value the voice of the prophet. Have no problem with it. There are other folk that value it, so their stock are going up because they're getting the information and it's a blessing. Come on. I got Naya, Mabel's daughter, that asked one question about tithes, and the next day her job began to pay her retro and put it all in October, November, December. What kind of Christmas is she going to have? Let's talk. Call us divine. Talk to me about seeding, giving, and life, and what she was going to do, and how she was going to handle some things. And we looked up and went to work the next day after giving and talking about it, and she ended up with a 30% increase. 30%. Hey sis, I see you. That's my big brother Bubba's wife. I see you. Good morning. Good morning. Hey Edward Caesar. Good morning. And so she ended up with a 30% increase. 30%. That's a whole lot of money. 30% is not a little bit. That's a lot of money. A lot of money. And so repetition is what gets you to a place to learn to win because information is barely retained. Cause is right here. I'm not lying. She right here. She said, I'm right here. It's barely retained. So when I repeat some things over and over, even in coaching or in preaching, is because I'm trying to get you in a conditioned mindset to win consistently. Is to get that information in your head where you don't have to apply it. I'm going to repeat some things I've said before, and you will remember it when I say it, but most of you have not applied it in your life. When I say it, you'll say, oh my God, I remember that. Watch this. I told every business person, number one, I'm going to give you two of them. We're going to move on. I'm not giving you all five. Number one is create an irresistible offer. Now that's for business people. That's at your job. That's in your relationships. You create an irresistible offer for an individual too. And then number two, what goes with that hand in hand is you must under-promise and over-deliver. Come on, Danny. I'll get with you, Danny. You must under-promise. Tamisha Figaro. You must under-promise and over-deliver. Some people talk too much. You know, you say what you can do. You want to tell everybody everything you can do because you really have low self-esteem and you want people to believe that you're something that you're not before they actually experience it themselves. People would rather have the experience than the talk. But the issue is when you just tell them what you can do, you provide a service and you do that, then you under-promise and then over-deliver. They'll say, oh my God, I didn't expect for that to happen. I didn't expect for that. You know, Arthur Dexter Powell, you tell somebody, I want to bring 25 books to come bless your school or bless your business. And you get there and say, it was on my heart. I want to give y'all 100. They go, oh my God, we didn't prepare for that. Because you created an irresistible offer, something you want to bless them with. And then you under-promised and over-delivered. We got a lot of people that over-promise and under-deliver in business and in life. That's why consistency is important. That's why managing your emotions is so important because how you handle that will determine how you handle your new beginning. It's consistent repetition that's remembered. It's consistent repetition that's remembered. I got to go again because if you can measure an area of your life, any area, finance, emotions, book sales, conversations. If you can measure how many people you're talking to, if you can measure it, you can manage it. Come on, Miss White, how you doing? Good to see you. If you can measure it, you can manage it. Y'all don't hear me. If you can measure it, you can manage it. Okay? In this season of new beginnings in your life, over 20 minutes, oh my God, you must manage your emotions better. Because unmanaged emotions, let me use this word. Emotions left unchecked will have you justifying stupidity. Let me say it again. Emotions left unchecked will have you justifying stupidity. Watch this, Trish. Your emotions will have you justifying doing something that's going to cost you and not whoever it is your emotions are about. Your emotions will have you justifying doing something that makes you lose and they don't even care. So emotions unmanaged or unchecked will have you justifying stupidity when what you feel is right and good, but it's wrong. Your feelings may be right. It may be good, but wrong. They may have done you wrong and made you feel that way, but reacting the way you want to is wrong. Okay, so how do I manage my emotions, Prophet? Hurry up, tell me this morning. How do I manage my emotions? Y'all like, love, and share this post. It's going to be amazing this morning. And thank all of you who came. I pray a prophet's drop on you. What is that? Anybody who gives a prophet a cool drink of water shall receive the reward. I pray it's refreshing me. Because prophets have to have somebody to hear, somebody to receive, and somebody to react. When you meet me here, and to use your time, what's up, Chris Wells, to meet me here on Friday mornings, it's a cool, refreshing drink to me. So I pray a prophet's drop and drip and drink back to you. I pray that God will show you some favor today that you eyes have not seen and you didn't even expect. In Jesus' name, for you sowing your time to get up and for you responding. Getting up is not just enough. You must respond because closed mouths don't get fed. There's a response needed. Manage your emotions. How do I manage them? I must manage my emotions. Watch this, Brittany, while you're driving. I must manage my emotions. If I'm gonna manage them, if I'm gonna measure them, I can manage them. So I manage them by, here we go, Maria, by my past. I must be honest about how I used to respond. I must listen to people who tell me that your attitude was funky. It was nasty. I don't care how well of a service you give me. Your attitude, I did not want to be in the presence of your attitude because it was not becoming of someone that I wanted to be around or be with. And so I would rather pay somebody extra money than to pay you. You got it? I'd rather pay somebody extra money than to pay you to be in your presence because your attitude was so unbecoming. It was not inviting. This for you. Okay, I'm not talking to you. I'm just blessing people. I'm trying my best to bless some people. Your attitude was so uninviting until your business was not worth it. Got it? So I must manage my emotion by my past. Be honest about how I used to respond. Let me give you a regular straight hood answer. If everybody says you have a funky attitude, please do not stop and try to justify your stupidity. If 7 or 8 people in your life that you're always around tell you this is who you really are, this is how people see you, that's an angel trying to tell you what you're doing to damage your future. That how you're managing your emotions, you're planting seeds of that make people uncomfortable. So in the future, they will build their life void of you. Don't get offended because offended people don't hear. I used to be offended. I used to be one that shut down. I've matured because shut down people Come on, you back to it, Jalen. You remember something. If you are the common denominator in every situation, come on, Jalen, help me. Then you are the common denominator in every situation. Number one, I got to manage it and measure it by how I respond to my past. Okay? Versus how I'm responding right now. Because if they can tell you that how bad you were, you should ask them, how am I doing right now? Well, you're doing a little bit better now, and it's different now. You know, you're different. I'm talking to you, man. Okay, it's different now, and so, you know, it's different. Okay, so it's a blessing now. So you manage it now. How am I responding now? And then you have to deal with how I'm responding for my future desires. Do you think the way I'm responding now can build to this? Because the question is, am I responding now in a way that could build my future? Or how am I supposed to be responding at this level in my life and my business? How am I supposed to be responding in this level of my life and my business? I'm 52 years old. Should I still be upset about people who don't want to be in my presence? No, I'm past 50. I've earned the right to be around those who honor me. And I've earned the right to ignore those who dishonor me. I don't have to build. I don't have to continue to fight to build relationships when there are authentic ones that come together like these blocks behind us. Now, each block is not pushed in at the same because everyone is different, but they all support each other. Whenever a block jumps out and does not support, it's no longer a part of the vision. I no longer have to be, I've spent my years building. I've spent my seeds sowing. I've spent my time making mistakes. I've spent my time being dogged out. I've spent my time messing up. So now at where I am, not where you are, where I am, I deserve now to live off what I've set up. But if you haven't built anything, you can't say you have a right. So I'm back to how I handle my emotions. How am I supposed to be responding at this level in my life and business? How am I supposed to be responding as a pastor, prophet? I'm not talking about responding to small situations. I mean, when I'm in a consistent situation, how should I be responding at this level of my life? By now, I should have learned how to respond as a winner. I should have learned that some things don't get the benefit of my response. Because listen, you got to get it. There are some things that shouldn't get the benefit of your response. And I'm mature enough to say, I'm not going to respond to that. And this is the reason why. And the reason why I always have a why. Watch this, Trish. The reason why, Tamisha Figueroa, watch this. The reason why, watch this, Maria. The reason why, Shawanda Parker, watch this. The reason why I always have a why is because I always give you a chance to restore the honor. Okay, I understand. You're not responding because I'm coming tripping. I understand now. So since I'm responding like that, because I value the relationship, I no longer do that. After so many times of someone consistently doing what it is, I don't take it personal. I don't think it's me. I realize they can't help it because it's a part, I don't say it like that. It's a part of their emotional barrier. It's something they can't help but do. And I have to be okay with what they do. Hey, Mabel Rice, I have to be okay with them being them. I just can't include myself on that level. I can't go buy a new house and create a new business and have multiple incomes and have a name and a church and a thriving coaching system I'm putting together to be online. Actually, my wife has helped me write the whole curriculum. I mean, I can't have all of that and then go out and get caught on camera now, cussing everybody out, pulling my gun, half naked, standing outside the middle of the street. That's not the proper response at this level of my life and my business. Let me move further, y'all. 30 minutes, I gotta go. there are at least two ways to respond to everything. I'm going to help somebody. Listen very carefully. Like, for example, money and wealth. I'm going to show you how perception will mess you up. A person can get $500,000. Okay? And in 1 year, I want you to hear this well. In 1 year, it's gone. And what people will say, who give them the benefit of the doubt, and people who are around will say, it's because that person has never had anything. So they spent their money buying things they never had. Do y'all agree? If you agree, say, okay, I agree. Just say, okay. If you understand and agree, you give them $500,000 in a year, some people, it's gone. And the response is, they never had anything. If you agree, just say, okay. You understand? Okay, I see Danny here and say, okay. You get $500,000. Okay, I see Mabel. Mabel said, okay. Canvas Book said, okay. $500,000, and in 1 year, it's gone. And the excuse we give is they never had anything. Let me show you how to evaluate mature perception. Then you give somebody else $500,000. It's saved in a bank, except they spent maybe $50,000. And you know the excuse they give, Katrina Lacey, my other good classmate friend. They say, why didn't you spend it all? They say, because I've never had anything. Since I've never had anything, my maturity does not want to repeat that cycle of being broke again. Remember, the answer is the same, but the response is different. Woo! Y'all should have got that one. The answer is the same, but the response is different. I spent the whole $500 because I've never had anything. The other one, I saved $450,000 because I never had anything. Because the truth is, we live the expressions and the maturity of our emotions. We live the expressions and the maturity of our emotions. I'm trying, Trina, I'm coaching this morning. I'm not prophet. I'm trying to remain coachy. And so therefore, I don't really have to deal with people based on what they say. I deal with it based on what they produce. Because what they produce will tell you which level of discipline in their emotions that they're living from. I think I said it Wednesday. We give our kids everything we never had. We give our children everything that they never had. I'm trying to watch, Brittany, I'm trying to watch I am. Okay. We give our children everything they've never had. We spoil them completely rotten. We give them everything they've never had. And then we add and give them everything we never had. Which really means, don't get mad at me, y'all. We're not really parenting in this day. Because we should be giving the kids what it is, their seed. We should give that seed what it needs to produce. And not be giving that seed what we didn't get because we didn't produce. So we end up giving our child what we never had. And our child doesn't know what to do with what we're giving them. Because we're not teaching them discipline. We're not teaching them responsibility. We're not teaching them honor. We're not teaching them stewardship. And so they're going out and establishing their own righteousness. And it's messing us up because when they start having problems, we start paying for it. When the car breaks down, they got to borrow money from us. When they can't keep an apartment, we got to help them pay for it. When they go to jail, we got to now help bail them out. And now we're paying for something that we've already paid for by giving them too much and not teaching them the responsibility of earning and growth. We say that because we didn't have it. And God never gave it to us for us to give it. He gave it to us for us to teach it. It's called handling disciplined emotions, or our kids repeat our cycle in front of our face. Pastor Philip Suffer, how you doing, man? Dr. Philip, listen. And we get angry with them because we say, I know what's going to happen to you. I've been there. I'm grown. And the child says, I don't know how to respond because this is how you made me. You never made me work. So I need your money. You never made me cut the grass. So I need your money. You said they made me cut the grass every day when I was young. So I won't do it to my child. And then your child grows up saying, I'm not cleaning my room. And now you're angry. at the reflection of yourself that you created. And now you're in your emotions. What do I do with my emotions like that? Here's what you do. You go back to a new beginning. You take one of your resets to start over and ask God, what do I do to deal with this situation? Not just my child, but my life, my business, the mistakes I've made. And here's something you have to do. Some of you have to go, oh my God, y'all are so prideful. Some of you have to go back to people and say, now I'm not saying you did something wrong, but you know good and god dog well, you ain't been acting funny, you've been a funny mess. Really. And then you wait and be like, no, I'm just moving differently. You're not moving differently, you're moving foul. Because relationships have value. Relationships have responsibility. Because you're dealing with people, with another individual's emotions. And once they remove their emotions from you, you better pray that when you need it, that they have enough God to allow it back in your life. Because we were not created to live alone. No man, come over here and lace it, no man is an island. We sing that song. Okay, I gotta go. Because the quality of life is determined by where you live emotionally. It's why you have to manage your emotions. You have to manage your emotions. What you get will never make you happy. I guarantee you. You get a new car, it's not new anymore. You get a new business, it takes work now, it's not new anymore. Maturity. Immature people buy things to make them happy. Mature people become something to make them happy. It's not what you get that makes you happy. It's who you become. The other day I heard God talk about some people who talked about me and were saying things about me, some who are around me right now and some who are not, and showed me the conversations. And I got a chance to pray for them for real. I hadn't been doing that. I prayed for them, but I wasn't earnestly and honestly telling God to bless them for real. I was just saying, God, you deal with them. I was really saying, I don't care. And then when God says, you really prayed today for them. You really prayed for them. I got up. I was as excited as a child with a star on a progress report. Not in grade school, progress report. Got it? See, this is what blesses me. Y'all ready? Let me show you what blesses me. Not the people who are around me who don't honor me. I got it. Watch this. When someone says, don't leave yet, teach me. Someone who's not around me every week, not around me every day, says, bless me, teach me. That is accomplishment for me. Not me impressing somebody who knows me for real. But there's one person I can't impress. You know who that is? Tara Law Kyle. I do things that she honor, but you can't impress who you live with. Because can I bless y'all real quick? People can be impressed by how your house look and what kind of car you drive, and impressed by how your kitchen looks and your living room. But the person you live with knows your closet. Come on, am I doing good? If I'm doing good, don't shoot me now. Come on. The person you live with knows your closet. That means you can dress good, look good, smell good. But if your clothes are stacked up in the closet, your shoes are not put up, like mine was sometimes. Shoes are not put up. Clothes you don't know was clean and not on the floor. Paper on the floor. See, your closet is your character, not the Gucci belt you wear. Yeah, your character is your closet, not your living room. It's not how people see you. It's not how they perceive you in public. It's what they don't know about you. It's when you can smile at church, but you can't have a conversation because it's too difficult for your emotions to handle. Okay, I gotta go. Y'all making me go long. I feel y'all pulling. Demeter Phillips, where you been? How you doing? I know where you been. You've been working and building all this stuff for the city. Get the city. I need you back in church. Hey, Michael, good to see you. Listen. So what you have to do when you want to deal with things properly, you have to give yourself a break. I'm going to talk to Demeter. Demeter say I'm right. Let me be right for her right now. You ready, Demeter? I'll be right now. She going, oh my God. Yeah. You have to give yourself a break. Allow yourself to start over refreshed and not tired. A lot of you have had a lot of start overs, but you started overtired because you never really reset yourself in your start over. You never really took a break on your emotions. You never evaluated what your problem really is. And so therefore, you start over with the same problem. You start over with a little adjustment, but the same issue. So you're not refreshed and you're still tired. How am I in your driveway in your business? I'm just trying to help people, man. I'm sorry. Okay, yesterday I was talking to Minister Ricks and she made this big powerful point. She said, Papa, she said, as I evaluated, I realized I've had so many times to start over, but because of my perception, I ended up just continuing a situation instead of starting over. She said, I end up just continuing. There are some of you that take this thing, I'm pulling back from everybody, take some time for me, phooey. Let me explain to you why it's a mess. Talking to singles, divorced, married, husbands and wives. No, Demeter, not an ouch. Come on, don't be ouch. I'm just trying to help. Don't do ouch. Listen. If you pull back and close the door and shut down to become a better you, you failed. Here I come, Deja. You say help him, help you. If you closed in, I can't use Deja. Let me use somebody else. Give me another married couple. Say pick me. I want to use another couple. Let me use Geraldine. She can take this heat. Geraldine and Emery. Let me use Geraldine and Emery. Here I come, Canvas Book of Sap. If Geraldine and Emery cut off everybody and decide they're going to build something together, nothing is wrong with that. But if there is an issue, a real issue, I got you, Geraldine. See, I'm prophetic. I knew she gonna say that. Geraldine said, pick me. She in the class like this. Ooh, pick me. Kevin, I'm gonna help somebody. Emery, I got you. So if Emery and Geraldine are having a real issue, a growth issue, a life issue, there is no growth without outside help / interference. Let me tell you why. Everything that Geraldine knows, she already know. Everything Emery knows, he already know. So together, if they're trying to build something outside themselves, they can't get it because they are only going to each other. They are the only help they know. It takes another individual who has been where they're going in marriage, in years, in finance or whatever, to come in and give them something they both don't know to work on. I found that people tend to want to move in silence. There's no such thing. Moving is loud. Moving is messy. Moving is tiresome. Moving is crazy, but it's possible. There's no such thing as moving, and you can't move in silence. People who move in silence move at night, and people who move at night owe somebody. I'm gonna sneak out at night so I ain't gotta pay somebody. No. There's no such thing as moving in silence. When you move, it's loud. Come on, it's loud. You got things happening, but when there's an issue, you need to have people or a person that you say, how do we handle this? No confiding, no anger, no like this. Just what is it? How can we handle this better? And then you must apply what it is, because if you don't, Emery's gonna give her his best advice. She's gonna give Emery her best advice. And guess what? After that conversation, you're out of advice, because neither one of you can be the better you without going outside of you. Yeah. So you think, we finna blow up. You can't blow up because you already been together. So whatever you would have, if you're going to blow up now, you could have already done it. And here's the excuse smart, logical people will say. We knew better, we just didn't do better. So we're deciding to do better. That's the logical answer to rebel against the information just given. Is why the cycle is repeated. We're going to just do better. So again, you have to now ask somebody, or God with somebody, where do we go from here? How do I handle this new beginning from here? A lot of people think they have a new beginning when all they're doing is starting the lawnmower up again from where they are. Come on. We won't go for outside help. You know why, Geraldine? Because we think we're better than the outside help, or we judge the help. I told y'all, I don't want nobody perfect helping me. I want somebody been through hell. Because you can help me avoid the potholes. But people are so, personal. They don't believe like that. They don't believe like that. Yeah, Vera Gordon, they don't believe like that. They'll be on here right now and not come in and say a word. And I'm cool with it. But here's the deal. I'm not Jesus. So you can't touch my hem and steal my virtue. My virtue takes accountability and honor. You can't steal it. Like, I ain't Jesus. Pray for me. I ain't Jesus. Here's what Tamla Rick said. Well, here's the end of our conversation. She said she would not accept the switch. She would not accept the change because of her perception. Okay? It ended up being a continuation of what was because she was afraid of what it looked like to lose. What it looked like to see, I get blessed by this. What it looked like to lose. You got it? I didn't tell her this then because I didn't want her to get, I don't like to create fear. I create challenge, but not fear. I didn't tell her because the fear that comes with losing. When you reject to get the help and you don't start over, you're still losing, just at a slower pace. Come on, Trish Wells. That's a good while. When you reject the help, this is what I know for a fact. When you reject the help, you think, I don't need that. I know. See, okay. Let me hit a little nugget. Me and my wife been married for 25 years. I'll never try and teach anybody to live like us. What I will teach you is to last like us. To reject us is to reject longevity. Proven, tried, and lasting. So to reject wisdom, or to reject changing, to reject managing your emotions, to reject handling a new beginning proper, it's sneaky fear. Because here's the deal. You still lose. You just lose at a slower pace. If I submit, it seems like I've lost, but then with the perception of the prophet or the coach, I realize I'm not losing. I'm dropping dead weight. Got it? I'm dropping dead weight. So I'm not losing. A balloon cannot increase its height unless it drops dead weight. Your credit can't go up unless you get rid of, either pay off everything or get rid of old debt. You got it? So what happens is I'm sitting by watching people who are still losing this at a slower pace. I can no longer assist them because they won't request the help. And God told me I can no longer micromanage homes, so I will sit by and pray for them, but watch them lose at a slower pace. It's going to still happen because there's no help within yourself instead of finding help without yourself. None of the women in the Bible had an issue they could handle themselves. They had the issue within themselves, but they needed a prophet to expose the potential that was within them. But because if they rejected it, it'd been another issue. You're still losing at a slower pace. Let me tell you how you know you're still losing. Because you're still having the same complaint. It's just not as loud. But things are okay, but I'm working on it. Because you haven't changed your perception. You just slowed the pace down. So it gives you a chance to breathe and say, it's just, I'm working on it. When in reality, you're still dying at a slower pace. Instead of getting the help you need to live. So why is it more when you're losing? Y'all taking me a long time. It's more because you're losing time. The longer you wait and try and figure it out yourself when God's giving you an answer, you're losing time. And it's the time you should have rested to reset. Because if God gives you an answer, it's for you to reset. You're losing time on what God said and what you need. You lost time you cannot get back. And you've lost the opportunity of being in a place that you could have only gotten by starting over before now. I didn't want to call it pride, Mr. Ricks. It is, but yeah, I'm being a little nice. You lost the opportunity because here's the deal. If I would have started over, Geraldine, 3 months ago, do you know where I'd be right now? You know where I'd be? I would not be starting over from this place. I would be starting over from that place. And so until we're honest about where we're starting over from, we can never admit that I should be starting over in a better place. So I can't keep losing by not getting the help I need. I'm not talking about coaching, I'm talking about submitting your life. To be in a better place, you have to start over, expecting and respecting your new beginning. Watch this. Maria, losing is always an illusion unless you agree with it. Y'all, this is some good stuff. Losing is always an illusion. I'm not really losing until I agree with it. Okay? Once I agree with it, the illusion becomes real. You got it? Once I agree with it, the illusion becomes real. If I don't agree, I have a chance to not lose at all. I'll show you. Even in a race, you may not come in first. If the first place person run through the line and you just stop running, yeah, you lost. But if you never stop, even in the race, you may not come in first, but you can still place. Woo! You can still place. You know, if a marathon has, 10,000 people and you come in number 212, it's still a good place to be because you're in the top 1%, top 10 or 1%. You can still place if you don't quit. Okay. Last 4 points and I'm done. How do I handle my new beginning? I got to go because I know where I am. Number one, the way I handle my new beginning is I must adjust. I'm talking to you. You have to adjust your approach to yourself. Stop lying to you. You ain't impressing nobody. Stop lying to you. Stop lying to you. You must adjust how you approach you. Stop wanting other people to approach you a certain way and you don't approach them or yourself a certain way. Okay, let me give you number one. If a plane does not get the right speed on the tarmac, that plane will radio in, U-turn and come back to secure the takeoff. It will go back to start over to secure the takeoff. Because some of you won't go back, you're going to crash. Because you're not secure in your emotions, your self-esteem, or your takeoff. So adjust your approach to you. Number two. You have to value the reset moment. You got it? Everybody wants to be seen scoring. But you have to value the reset as much as the scoring. No. Yeah, I want to be seen well and seen doing good and seen winning and seen making the score. And I'm the one that did it. It's just as good to be an assist as it is to score. But you must value the reset as much as the score. What it means is I must value my downtime as much as I value my uptime. Because if I don't, I will skip my downtime trying to impress people on my uptime, which means I'm eventually going to crash because nobody can stay up all the time. Number two. Ready? Number three. I have to truly evaluate what I'm resting from and what I'm resting for. When you have a moment to manage your emotions and have this reset to rest in your new beginning, you have to look at you have to evaluate what you're truly resting from and what you're truly resting for. Okay. Vacation is not where you take your laptop. I watch folks say, I'm handling my business from on vacation. And I realize they don't know what they're doing. Because to vacate means to leave something that is for something that is not. You must evaluate what you're resting from, and then give it more value by saying, and this is what I'm resting for. So when I return, I would have mentally given myself what I need in my emotions to prepare myself for what is to come. I tell people, never take a promotion without taking a vacation. Never take a promotion without taking a vacation. Because if you move from one job to another, you're going to burn out in the higher race of this one because you never took a break in your emotions and your mind and your body from this one. Never take a promotion without taking a vacation. I see Tisa call you. Yeah, she got promoted to a manager. I said, go on vacation. Do something. She said, I already got, it took 2 weeks, I think. Because once you get in that position, you don't have time to say, I'm getting burnt out. How you burnt out and you just got here? Well, here's your excuse. Well, I was doing this back there. That's not their issue. Value your time of rest. Know what you are resting from, and then evaluate planning. Know what it took 2 weeks. Know what you're resting for. So when you get to where it is, you can mentally and emotionally tell yourself, I have what it takes. I have I've got refreshed. So I may come into this thing better than I am or than I was before. So I'm going to be better in the position and for the position because I rested from the past position. Veronica Moore, how you doing from California? Come on. Number 4, my last one, is execution. This is what I do how I handle my new beginning. I approach me a different way. I value my reset moment as much as my scoring, my up as much as my downtime. Got it? I evaluate what I'm resting from and resting for. Number 4, my execution. I cannot be afraid to begin again. Because what looks like loss is really promotion. Execution, what looks like I'm losing, really gives me a better chance. I'll give you this scenario. I hear it in my head and I'm going. Philip is like a man trying to climb a mountain for the first time, packing everything he needs on his back. And once he realized my goal is to get to the top of the mountain, there's rest on the mountain. Dr. Lamont, hear you. God bless you, man. Listen, the blessing is for me to get to the top of the mountain. There's food on the top of the mountain. There is a jacuzzi on top of the mountain. There's a hotel on top of the mountain. There are people to welcome me with resources on top of the mountain. There's a towel on top of the mountain. There's water on top of the mountain. But I'm hating the process of climbing to the top of the mountain. On my way up, once I get halfway or a little over halfway there, I realize the things I'm packing I don't need because there's more where I'm going. Now I feel like preaching. God dog it. Now there's more where I'm going than what I'm taking with me. And so as I get tired on the journey, I can't be afraid to start over. So I start dropping water because I know there's more where I'm going. I start dropping an extra rope because I'm almost where I'm going. I start dropping little food because I don't have time to eat because the more time I waste from getting to the rest place. And so I can't be afraid to start again because there's more. That's the prophetic word for the day, Lamont. Yes, I'm sorry, Bishop Hilliard. I'm sorry, Bishop Hilliard. There's more where I'm going. The problem with some of us is we take too much where we're going. We take too long to get there. And when we get there, we're full of what we took. And we have no room to receive what is in the promised land. There are big grapes there. You have no need to take those small things you had. I'm sorry. You have no need to take what you're taking when it's better where you're going. The only reason why you're taking what you're taking is because you're stretching the journey of where you're going. You're stretching your own process. When if you just drop what you have and trust God, you'll be there. Don't make a 4-day journey 40 years. I gotta go. I'm through talking, y'all. I'm through, man. I'm done. I want you to be able to handle your new beginning supernaturally. And no, don't be afraid to stop and start over. Don't be afraid to do what God's going to do right now. Don't be afraid. Go ahead and manage your emotions. I'll say it again. You must have the hard conversations. Every day you don't have a hard conversation is a day you stuck in the wilderness. I did not say the valley. See, the valley is a known place. I know where the streams are in the valley. I know where the things to eat in the valley. I know where the trees are in the valley. I know the valley that leads to the bottom of the mountain. But when you are in, I'll leave that alone. Okay. The wilderness, okay. There's a difference in the wilderness and the valley. Maria, a valley is a dry place that seems like a desert is a dry place, but a valley is a place that still has vegetation. It still has growth. It still has expansion. It still has things moving. That's what's in the valley. But when you're in the wilderness, you don't even know where you are. In the same place, but don't know. I'm watching people who are in a productive place, but because they will not understand the level of submission, authority, managing their emotions, and what to do in the new beginning, they're taking extra baggage into a place that already has more in the place than where they're going. And they can't even get to the place because their pride is so heavy. Their ego is so heavy. Their intuition is so heavy. Their intellect is so heavy. They can't even get to the place. Right in the same valley, there's a stream over the bridge, but you can't cross the bridge because the weight is so heavy. There are leaves to shade you in the valley, but you can't get over there because what you're carrying is so heavy. You won't forgive others, but the reality of it is you need to forgive yourself first. You're the person you need to forgive yourself for trying to carry other people that you aren't designed to carry. It's the other side that has it better than where you are. Stop making where you are comfortable when you know it's not the best place. Don't cover your hell with a heaven comforter. Make a good bed where you are. This is Life Pastor Kyle. I want to bless you and show you how to handle your new beginning and how to manage your emotions. It's better over there, y'all. Just type it's better. Declare with me. Declare with me. God does nothing in the earth unless we declare and decree. When we do it together, it works. Type it's better. Come on, type it's better. It's better. Declare it. It's better. Declare it. Together we declare it's better. Remember, we declare and decree, and I proclaim. When you proclaim, it's a day of proclamation. I proclaim today it's better over there. It's better. It's better. Come on. It's better. I gotta go. It's better. It's better. You can't go to see. You got to believe this time. I told you last week, just because you believe doesn't make you a believer. The devil believes. Oh, he knows who Jesus is. He knows who God is. He believes. He just doesn't submit to the authority of the belief. Just because you say you're a believer, because you go to church doesn't make you a believer. As my good friend Brother Silas would say, like getting in the oven doesn't make you a biscuit. I got to go, y'all. You kept me on here too long. A minute and 3 seconds. An hour and 3 minutes. Okay. I got to do better. Yeah, it's better over there. It's better there. So listen. Oh, this was so good this morning. Y'all got me out here this morning. So listen. I got to let you go. This is Life Pastor Kyle. I'm supposed to be throwing the pitch out right now. If you need help getting your life better and you're willing to invest in yourself, Life Pastor Kyle, I'm taking my one-on-ones ready for 2022. But I'm helping people close out their year. I have a one-on-one in about 10 o'clock. In a few minutes, right? I think today. Yeah, something like that. Look, I'm here to help whoever I can do the best I can, do the best you can. All my advice is not the best advice for you. I'm just making sure I give you the worst that I've been through to give you a chance to not make the mistakes I made. This is Life Pastor Kyle. If you're interested to get help in the prophetic and in coaching or coaching through a prophet, inbox me. Yeah, it's going to take an investment of you, but that's not my concern. My concern today is that you will learn how to manage your emotions, that your new beginning won't become the same beginning. Some of y'all should be tired of starting over. You keep starting over from the same place. The same place. You'll start over in the same place. You have better wisdom, better knowledge, better friends, better understanding, better coverage, better knowledge of God's word. Your faith is better, so your beginning shouldn't be the same. So you shouldn't be afraid to stop and start over because better is the end of a thing. The only thing that makes an end better is because the beginning is proclaimed, declared, and decreed. I'm Life Pastor Kyle. It's been my pleasure to be your host this morning. You prepare for the weekend, prepare for your winning anyway weekend. I don't care what happens in your life. I don't care how difficult it is. I want you to know you can win in every area of your life. Just put forth the effort. Keep pushing. Keep going. This is Life Pastor Kyle signing out. God bless you. Have a wonderful weekend and a wonderful day. Hey, you're not busy. Sunday morning, 10:45. That lady of mine, that woman God gave me, she's preaching Sunday. There is a word from the Lord. But God bless you. We'll see you soon. Peace. Bye-bye.